Hi, my name is Sarah Brockwell, and this is my Project 2 for Educational Psychology. And I chose number 1 on the choice list to do a small PowerPoint presentation. And I decided to talk a little bit about the social learning theory, which was something Albert Bandura takes a big part in developing. So Bandura thought there was more room in theories for more than just behavior, and kind of filled the gaps in with including cognition and social learning. And so he came up with 4 things that the learning process in observational learning needs in order to be successful. So our first one is attention. The learner needs to be attentive. Anything that distracts the attention will have a negative effect on the learner. The next one is retention, which is the ability to store the information and is important to the learning process by being able to recall that memory and of a specific learning experience. And then we have reproduction. This is where the learner produces the behavior by being able to perform what was observed. Further practice of the learned behavior needs to be or leads to improvement in skill advancement. And then motivation. There has to be motivation to drive the desire to reproduce a behavior. So this is where reinforcement and punishment play an important role in the motivation process. Here Albert Bandura observed that components of learning occur through observation and modeling behaviors, which is either imitated or not. It was this concept that led to the theoretical framework of the social cognitive learning theory, which it did start off at first being called the social learning theory in the 1960s. But he played videos for children, or he had a modeling behaviors to the children. And the ones that showed more aggression were the ones where the model didn't get in trouble for treating the Bobo doll like that. So this was like a huge breakthrough talking about the social learning theory. So we live or we learn by what we see and observe, and something like this just kind of proved that. Modeling, that's the imitation of others' behavior, and you need a vicarious experience, which is learning from other successes and failures. And I found a photo here of, a little dad or a dad and a little boy, mowing the yard, and how he wants to be like his dad. And so seeing here, he's getting all 4 of those things that Bandura said that you needed to have to make observational learning successful, and that's just attention, retention, reproduction, and motivations. I'm sure his motivation here is to be like Dad. It reminded me of a country song that is I've Been Watching You, and it's about a little boy who's watching his dad. But to transfer this into the classroom, this just goes to show how important it is for a teacher to model the things that they want their student to do. The book even talks about how would you teach someone how to even tie their shoe, that they need to observe, they need something to see, something to get that attention. And sometimes that's where also you reinforce those that are doing what they're supposed to be doing, just like in behavior. So I found this very interesting. Really enjoy reading up on Albert Bandura and his social learning theory, and definitely use this in my classroom.